Good morning and happy Valentine's Day. We started with the heart, so I hope you feel the energy, and I have the responsibility to even make today's session more romantic, right? If it's Valentine's Day, so let's take it a bit differently, because my theme is sustainable healthcare, the vision and the reality. And I don't come from the medical sector. I'm not a politician. I'm not from a government. I'm a coach, and I work on well-being. I work with leaders, and I think it was in 2016 when I came to India for the first time to be a speaker at the FICCI Health Conference. It was titled Re-Engineering Indian Healthcare. And since then, I've been really honored that it's my third time to be present on the third edition of the World Health and Wellness Congress. So, talking about sustainability in healthcare, if you allow me, I will not talk about the change of the healthcare. I would like to talk about the transformation. And let me start with explaining what I see as a difference between the change and transformation. Change is usually improving something that's already there, something existing. And transformation is finding a totally new solution for the same goal. I was just talking to my colleagues here, and I said, you know, if you want a light, you can have a handle. But the electric bulb was not created by the constant improvement of the candles, right? It was a totally new solution. So the healthcare, it always comes to a single person. It comes to me, it comes to us, it comes to people. So could it be that the transformation of the healthcare is transforming it from the healthcare into care for health? It comes down to us. So if we want to change everything, and we know with healthcare it's facing for all these years we've been discussing the rising costs, the rise of population, it comes with all these expenses, the distribution of healthcare is not done as it should be. So can we take a different approach, coming back to us and coming to technology to help us? And I'm a storyteller myself. So if I can tell you about the last year and about the project that I've done, because as a coach, you know, I come to speak to people as you are here today and the leaders that I face in corporations, and I don't want it to be just about theory. I don't want to come with another system and, you know, you have to follow these steps. I do like to come with my personal story, because this great capability of the mind called Neuro Coupling says that if you hear a story from another person, immediately your brains adapt that story to your own solutions. So maybe with listening to what I've done within the last year, you will find something that could bring your health and your approach to healthcare and the sustainability of the healthcare to another level, or to your personal level. So, it was in April 2017, I woke up in Urubamba. It's a small town in the Sacred Valley of Incas in Peru. And I was thinking, what is the purpose of my trip to Machu Picchu, which is really well known as a center of transformation. And it also happened to be on the day of the new moon, you know, even the new moon brings the new beginnings. And throughout my travels, I travel a lot. I work in India, I work in Middle East, I work in Europe. I was meeting all these amazing people, and through talking to them, even today, I've met some really nice people. They were all sharing these wisdoms, like quotes, inspiring things. And at one point I was, oh, that's such a shame, you know, all these quotes, they've inspired me, but they will be forgotten. So what if I start a project and I write these quotes down every day, and I do share them on social media? So I've started a project called 365 Days with my Global Inspirers. The basic idea of the project was to be focused on something positive. I wanted to hear something positive every day, so I will be able to write it down. And the psychologists, they say that you need around 19 to 100 days for the new habit to replace the old ones. And imagine how it was for me doing that for 365 days. I changed my mindset into from hearing to response to listening to hear a positive thing. That was the pattern that came out of that. And then, and I can really connect to Hercules. He said, I will go all my way. For the last 30 days of my project, I said to myself, okay, it's going to be a book for sure. And it is the book that I also just gave away to my storyteller soulmate. I said, okay, it should be something about me, about my personal transformation, about something that will take me to my core. Because our body, and we go back to the healthcare, you know, the human body itself, it's such an incredible self-preserving mechanism. But because we are fed up with all this data, with all the noise that is coming from the world, from time to time we get disconnected with ourselves. We don't hear us, the science, anymore. So I said, okay, what if I, as a coach, do an experiment? I shut off all the noise and I just go on a path of going back to myself. I have two companies, one in Slovenia, one in Dubai. I have two sons. One of them was going to college. So it's not like I have all the time in the world, but still, I said, guys, I'm off for 30 days. I will not be reachable. I will go and I will walk the very well-known, I don't know if you heard about it, the Camino Trail. It's a pilgrimage in Spain. It's 800 kilometers long. It's a hiking trail. And I started in a little French village called Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, and I went through the Pyrenees Mountains to the other side of the Spain, to Atlantic coast. It took me 30 days. It was just me, my backpack with 8 kilos of everything I've needed. And I walked day by day through rain, snow, winds, and all the personal challenges that were coming to the surface. What was the final result? And I do describe my journey in my book. I have some of my books with me if somebody would be interested in reading about it. Is the journey that we all take through life. There are phases of ups and downs. We coaches, we say, we can go to the valley of tears and we can rise the highest peaks that Hercules was showing us. The importance is that you anchor that this is a normal human procedure and an acknowledgement of life. So going to that, being fully aware of where we are right now, and the only thing that helped me going, because on my 7th day, I really became a victim. Imagine 7 days of walking around 25 kilometers a day. My body, it was tired, and it was bad weather, and it was 40 kilometers per hour of wind. And I woke up one day and I said, oh, why am I doing that? What did I get myself into? And I have 600 kilometers to go. And the only solution for me was, and I said, no, it's not about the final goal. It's about those milestones, what can I do within today? Oh, I can have a coffee in 2 hours. Yeah, I will have a great lunch. And in 2 days, there's this really nice monastery coming up, and I really look forward to it. So, the point of mindfulness, we are all taught of being present in a moment. And I, as a coach, I do talk about mindfulness, but being there, I only discovered what does that really mean. And it was about being present within my body and aware of the circumstances. Because every step I've made could potentially lead to a fraction, to a bluster or something. So whenever my socks started to stitch, I said, no, 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 stop. You have to adjust that, otherwise you will not be able to proceed tomorrow. It was about the weather, you know? When the dark clouds came, usually it was just about 10 minutes, and the rain would start falling. And imagine, all I had was with me in my backpack. If all of my belongings would get soaking wet, what could I do? So it was just about stopping that moment, saying, no, I will take my poncho, I will get safe, and I will proceed. So, mindfulness and being responsible for your health, your life, your actions is about being fully present with every action and everything that you do. So, coming back to our theme, the sustainability of the healthcare. Let's take care of our own health. Let's take the healthcare from curing illness to preventing it as much as we can. And this is my message for today. I will be the moderator of today. I am apologizing for all the names that I will not pronounce right already. And I wish you a great event. I'll be here. I have my books if somebody would like that. So, excuse me, I will just take the agenda. So, do you have any question?